God is good, and with each day that passes brings us a day closer to the launch of Camelot Unchained. This is the Nathan NAPALM channel, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing, especially if you're interested in Camelot Unchained or Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, JRPGs, RPGs, we do all that. So today I'm going to talk about a game I haven't really talked about so far, and that is Camelot Unchained. Now, as many of you know that follow my channel already, I am a huge Dark Age of Camelot fan, and from the original creative director of Dark Age of Camelot, now we have a new game coming out that's going to try to revive that old school awesome RvRvR experience, and that game is Camelot Unchained, which is currently in beta. So please keep in mind that the footage I'll be showing in this video is early development, very early, and the most important part about this game is building it to run smoothly for hundreds upon hundreds of people in battle, in PvP, fighting one another. So it's quite an epic struggle to build this engine because they're building it from the ground up, which I appreciate. Now, let's talk a little bit about Camelot Unchained for those who don't know what it's about. So first of all, let's talk about their vision, because Pantheon Rise of the Fallen has a beautiful vision, one I respect a lot. Camelot Unchained seems to be building a good vision as well, and so with that, I want to talk about it. So, what is Camelot Unchained? Well, basically, they want to get rid of that whole raiding a dungeon day after day, hoping that the right item drops if you kill it enough times, and it's all about survival in their world. So in the story of the world, it was almost wiped out when these Veil storms tore across the land, they broke it apart, and you're going to be playing as one of three realms trying to rebuild and conquer what remains of this world. Now, Camelot Unchained, first and foremost, is a player-driven economy of shops and bazaars to make it immersive. There are no real money cash shops, okay? None. That is a huge part of their vision. I'll be talking about that more than once in this video. They do not want this to be an easy journey for your hero. If you want something made, if you want an item, you have to consult with a master craftsman. He or she can create the items that you need to survive in this war-torn world. If you want that mighty blade, that awesome epic weapon, then you're gonna have to win your realm's trust and earn it through your deeds. They're going back to ancient folklore for the three realms, which would be the Arthur to Yggdrasil. There are strange PvE creatures in the world as well. I'm not saying this is only PvP or RvRvR, I want to say, but it does have creatures out in the world and things to fight besides other people, although RvRvR is definitely, like, by far the biggest portion and what you'll be doing in the game and the main focus. And you'll very rarely be just out trying to get treasure that you find on a corpse of a PvE monster. That's not what this game is about. Now, I want to talk one more time because it is a big part of their philosophy is to not monetize the players. They don't want there to be any kind of free-to-play ever. Their commitment is that it will be subscription based because that's what the players asked for, that's what they want, and that's what they're gonna do. There won't be little grabs for cash with a cash shop to get something cool looking or anything like that. If you want to be good at Camelot Unchained and you want to succeed, then it's gonna take skill and effort and not your wallet. I know that I keep saying the game is all about RvRvR, however, I don't want it to be confused. This game has lore, it has ancient histories, and although raids, dungeon runs are not part of the daily ritual, they do have something called the Depths. This is created by studio co-founder Mark Jacobs, which draws inspiration from the mythos of H.P. Lovecraft. It is a twisted, dark abyss that lives and breathes evil, they say. If you dare to explore, know this, that even after death, a player's soul can haunt and haunt other adventures. I'll do a separate video about the depths and what we know and how it's going to play out as far as we know so far in a later video. But it is worth mentioning that the depths, if you play DAOC, I would think more along the lines of Darkness Falls. if you want just a basic understanding of what you'd be looking for in the depths, with of course some new inspirations and new philosophy on that, but that would be a basic understanding of it. Camelot Unchained is all about RvR on a massive scale, like we've never seen before. That's what they're trying to go for, and it's the most important part of their vision. The co-founder, Andrew Meggs, is developing this ridiculous engine that can hold these large-scale battles. We're not talking about small-scale. We're not talking about an engine where it's a slideshow because you don't have a top-of-the-line gaming system. Because they're building their own engine, which is designed from the ground up to handle the demands of epic RvR. So Andrew's primary focus is on the size and speed of battle. He wants the 3 mighty realms to fight in a vast open world with RvR conflict to match. The game won't be instanced. It won't have these gargantuan, ridiculous, glowy weapons and huge pauldrons on your shoulders. They're not into the one server to rule them all crap. Instead, they want old school servers where you take pride in your realm and your war-torn world. And that was something that made Dark Age of Camelot so special back in the day. Not what it is today, but back in the day was you picked your server, you picked your realm, and that was it. You fought for your realm, and you had pride in it, you enjoyed it, and it was all about that realm, and you hated the other realms. They were the enemy, and you didn't like them, you couldn't even see anything good about them. You only loved your realm, and your lore from your world, and you were the good guys. And no matter which realm you picked, that's the way you felt. You were fighting for a cause, and you had pride in your realm on your server. And even to this day, people that played back then, I'll see them out on forums and talking about this game, talking about Pantheon Rise. It doesn't matter. When they talk about Dark Age of Camelot, I do it too. You're real quick to name your server and your realm because you have pride in that. You know, Percival Albion, baby. That's me. That's where I came from, okay? I was a paladin on Percival, the server, and that was paladins, and my realm was Albion. And I'm still very proud of that. And that's what they're going for with this game, that server and realm pride. It makes you want to log in more. It makes you want to fight the battle. It makes you want to win. It makes you want to get ahead. It makes you want to do things. So, let's move forward though. What they're doing is they're building a game and an engine from the foundation upwards. Now, that does mean that they aren't focused on refined graphics. At least not as much. They're more focused on getting the game to run smoothly and to be fun. And they want the game to work well. That's their main focus, because what they're trying to do here isn't easy. And this is what the backers have asked for, so they're trusting their backers and what they want, and they're doing that. They will put graphics last. Not to say that they won't try to make this game look good. The game has improved absurdly since the first testing stage that was shown. So they do understand they want the game to look good, but at the same time, that is their last priority. They want everybody to log into the game, build the world, fight for supremacy, and support Camelot Unchained. So they're going to do everything in their power to support the backers and the original vision. Okay, now let's talk about the 3 realms. We have the Arthurians. This is the realm like think King Arthur, nobility, honesty, righteous strength. And this group of people believes they were destined to save the world, not purely through conquest, but through virtue and greatness of spirit. So very in line with King Arthur or Dark Age of Camelot's Albion. So when I play this game, no doubt, I'm going to be an Arthurian because it's going to remind me of the good old days of Dark Age of Camelot playing on Albion. But that's because I played Albion. Everybody didn't, obviously. So let's move forward. I'm probably going to butcher this name, and I apologize. But we have Tuatha De Danann, which is, think Hibernia, in other words. This realm strives to become one with nature. They revere the forest for its fierce beauty and its unyielding grip on life, so they're trying to defend nature. And they believe that the other 2 realms are destroying nature, etc. And so they believe they are the good guys because of that, because they are protecting nature. Think hippies, think tree huggers. That'll be the kind of names that the other realms throw at them. Hibernia, that would be this realm. Next up, the third one, we have the Vikings. The realm of the Vikings follows the path of blood and steel to greatness. They believe in strength, overpowering strength. In the tall peaks of windswept ice, they make their homes, waiting for the moment to conquer the lands below. So think Midgard, okay? Definitely. Now, here's the thing that really separates this game. There's lots of games where you pick like a starting area, and the other ones are the bad guys. Even EverQuest kind of had that, right? So there's been lots of that. But the difference, guys, between Camelot Unchained, picking where you start playing at, and your realm is totally different if you've never played Dark Age of Camelot or this game. And what really sets it apart is the fact that depending on which realm you pick, depends on what races you have available to choose from. So each individual realm has their own races, and as if that's not cool enough, each individual realm has their own classes. So their classes are unique, and the abilities to that class are unique. So you have this massive amount of just independency between each realm that makes it special, unique, and if you play that class, then only other people on your realm can play that class as well, and you know that you're going against totally different classes when you go to war. Now, Camelot Unchained is PvP or RvR, realm versus realm oriented. Everything about it, the crafting and the combat, are the two main features of this game. So going to war, combat, and crafting, and all the crafting is to support the war effort, whether that means building things, actual structures, or repairing structures that have been damaged in war or are being damaged, and you're trying to keep up, almost like healing a door or healing a gate or a wall, or actually making equipment for war. So everything is focused around this RvR. Camelot Unchained is less about leveling up and more about just going straight into war and getting better as you use your abilities, almost like skilling up. That's the level up process of Camelot Unchained. Instead of leveling up, it's more like you're just skilling up, and then you have different paths you can take on each ability as far as, customizing and making it the way you want your character to play. Is more about your actual abilities, and of course the crafted gear and that sort of thing. So Camelot Unchained is very unique. It's not even on a trajectory to even be the same kind of MMO to compete with Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. I feel very comfortable talking about Camelot Unchained on my channel because it is so different. It is such a different kind of MMO as far as their vision and everything. I hope that I gave enough information today to give you a brief glimpse into Camelot Unchained. Please join me as I continue talking about Camelot Unchained and Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, and if any other really cool, awesome looking MMO starts to pop up and I feel it makes any sense to what I believe makes a good MMO, then I'll talk about it as well. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today, and remember, if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. I will be talking about this game and Pantheon Rise of the Fallen pretty much all the time, and also do a couple other, standard single-player RPG type things as well. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about Camelot Unchained and if you're excited about it. And until next time, God bless and happy gaming. Please listen to what I say. I've been making videos all day. My friends all say I'm gay. It's a video buffet. You can even hit replay. But please just subscribe. I can't even describe being part of my tribe. I'll even offer you a prize. But please just subscribe and hit the bell notification too.